Heard it here first.
Yeah, the song's called Mind Blown.
Yeah, I came up in this bitch to get my mind blown. I'm gon' hit it, taking pictures in the iPhone. I'm on all that savage just to be the crime zone. Pine strong, smoking on the plane, let's change the time zone. Yeah, I came up in this bitch to get my mind blown. I'm gon' hit it, taking pictures in the iPhone. I'm on all that savage just to be the crime zone. Pine strong, smoking on the plane, let's change the time zone. Yeah, I came up in this bitch to rep the fire zone. My home, 602 the city with a firestorm. Ride on, niggas ride up, then we right wrongs. Python, hustle plus respect, make your life long. That mic on, rushing like I'm trying to reach a pylon. High strong, tell me what's the limit when the sky's gone. Night call, slapping on these niggas, cut the lights on. Night gone, lit up in this bitch until my life's gone. And I see you thirsty bitches got the Sprite form. Icon, spit this shit so smooth, no nylon. Tyson, knock out in the booth, and bison shining. Oh, I'm Devin Booker from the side run. And you gotta watch your mouth over where I'm from. The crime's dumb. If there's 3 people, then it's 5 guns.
Like
Mind them. We ain't tryna get up in no violence. We high and we tryna fly out, but we driving. And I came up in this bitch to get
We told him don't come up here with no fucking whack shit. He was like, you don't even have to say that shit.
So try him, I promise somebody gon' die young. Yeah, I came up in this bitch to get my mind blown. I'm gon' hit it, taking pictures in the iPhone. I'm on all that savage just to be the crime zone. Pine strong, smoking on the plane, let's change the time zone. Yeah, I came up in this bitch to get my mind blown. I'm gon' hit it, taking pictures in the iPhone. I'm on all that savage just to be the crime zone. Pine strong, smoking on the plane, let's change the time zone.
Just said fuck it, give him the whole song.
Yeah, man. Y'all are hearing this before it even drops, so
Damn.
thank you for blessing us.
So I'll tell you right off the jump right now that I think that's my new favorite song by you.
For sure, hey man.
Bro, I like the growth.
Wait, man. Before Better Luck Next Time drops, there's actually gonna be a song that comes out on this platform called A Tune.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Fill us in a little bit. What is a tune? Is that
So shout
that's a
out
new
to my
streaming
boy A
platform?
Jones
Well,
602 on
let's
Instagram.
open this up. Let's open this up first. First of all, welcome to another episode of the Keegs Kota podcast. Special guest today, Tragedy's back in the building.
I'm back, baby. I'm back.
And like he said, he weren't going to come back without something in his hands to make sure it was tangible.
You feel me?
And he fucking showed up. So thank you, brother, for
Showed
coming
up
back.
good, too.
Thank
I
you
like
guys for
that.
having me, man. You know,
So back to what you were talking about. You're gonna drop a single before.
the album, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be off the album. It's going to be a complete single for this platform called A Tune.
I love that.
And A Tune is a basically. And by the way, if you like that song, the song that I'm doing for A Tune is like that on steroids. So
what was that
Alright.
song called?
Mind blown, man.
Mind blown.
Yeah, and that's-
Mind blown.
I think that's like the second to last song on the album for Better Luck Next Time. But
Okay.
a Tune is basically going to be like a social media platform and a distribution service all rolled into one for artists. So instead of like putting your music on like Spotify and all that other shit,
So
you
is-
put it on A Tune.
Is it kind of gonna be? So you said a social media and a streaming platform. Mm-hmm. So it is. Is it a little bit kind of like? Is there like a wall, like a newsfeed page?
Yeah. It's going to be
So
like
it'd be kind of like
news
it'd be
feeds.
like almost like a. I don't want to like compare it to some, but almost like a Twitter, but has everything there for the artist.
It'll be like Instagram more from what
Okay.
I've seen. And I'm still in the.
All right.
I'm still like one of the few people that are like on the outside of the people developing it. But
Is this a
basically,
friend that's making this?
it's
You
a
know this
guy.
person?
I know the guy. He hit me up and he was like, "Do you
It's a
want to
guy.
be the artist that we launched this around?" And I was like, "Of course I do."
So are you a little bit of like the platform ambassador, or just like a face of like the launch?
I'm the face of the launch,
Okay.
but he's saying that I'm going to be the face of the streaming service too. So I'm kind of like,
So it's an app and a streaming service.
yeah.
So
yeah.
obviously he already heard this dope track, and he was
So,
like,
well,
"Fucking
let me rephrase that. Not an app. It's a social media platform
Well,
and a streaming service.
yeah, but it is going to be an app, so it's going to be
It's
available.
an app, but well, when
It's more
you
than an app.
when you use
I feel what
SoundCloud,
you're
when you
saying.
use SoundCloud, that's an app that's a streaming service,
Right.
or
100%.
Spotify. It's a
You're right
streaming
on.
service.
It's
a
an
tune.
app.
But
It's
this
more than
this
an app.
sounds like it's a social media platform and a streaming
Yeah,
platform.
we're calling it the ultimate platform because you can do everything, you know. So, yeah.
Wow.
So basically, you put your music on there. You have your fans subscribe for whatever dollar amount you want them to subscribe for. Right now, mine's going to be $1. they're gonna be able to get the song. I might even use that as the middle song. I know. Wait, no, I gotta premiere that on a tune. I can't do that. I can't do that. But I really love that song, and I really want to show you guys. I actually have a snippet released, so I can actually play what I have released from the snippet.
Okay.
And because that's already released and that's already in the world, and they're already sharing that. But the guy behind it, his name's Anthony Jones, man. The kid's a genius, man. He really is. He chose the right artist to launch it around, and he didn't even know that my shit was about to go bananas like it's going right now. You know what I mean? But he had faith in me, and he's like, we're going to launch this around you. They're going to get other artists like my boy Joseph Bills and another couple like real successful Arizona cats to launch it every time a new phase comes out.
So how does it work? So it's an app. It's a free app?
Yeah. The app's going to be free.
Apple Store and Google? Or?
Yep, okay. February 8th.
But then you're going to subscribe to artists.
Exactly. You can subscribe to your artist, and then they'll have their set amount. Like mine's $1. So you can, and then every month, you pay $1, you stay subscribed to my shit, whatever free singles or whatever I release, you'll get. So
this sounds like it's a better way for you to
it's better for the artist.
Your money.
So it sounds like,
and that's what we're always asking, right? Yeah. I mean, that's what we always ask. What's the best way for us to listen to this?
What's the app that people use right now? And you pay. Is it not Patreon?
Yeah.
So it's almost like a Patreon, but geared towards like
mixed.
Artists.
It's mixed. It's up and coming artists. It's a Patreon style with social media and streaming.
Okay. Yeah, and honestly, I think Anthony would be pretty proud of me because I know very limited knowledge.
Well, I think YouTube's kind of gearing toward that because I see regular posts coming down on YouTube like a picture now and like captions. So they're trying to do the same thing because you're getting the same thing out of
social media. Instagram and Facebook fucked everything up.
I just saw that YouTube's going to count their streams toward actual Billboard charts now. So that's a pretty. So if that shows you anything that's changing, I mean, that's something this guy's going to have to deal with eventually too with this app because.
Well, you just got like a dozen views right before I came over here because I was trying to get in the mind state. So
hell yeah,
I was like, I gotta bump some of this.
What were you listening to?
I threw it on the page. I was showing Davina more of it because she only heard it a little bit. We were doing Phase 1, Smoke. What's the one with Demrick on Rax? I really like that track.
Lottie Dottie.
Lottie Dottie. I like that track a lot. Melt. I like.
You like the fast rapping shit.
And then yeah. I appreciate the hip hop. I like what you do, but I love when you spit. Like when you did the Truth Hurts Lizzo.
Yeah,
you fucking smoked that track, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. When
you didn't even have to go ass out to make
I
attention,
tell about
bro.
you. That's what I want to show them.
Hell yeah, show them that because that's what they're going to be getting from now on. Because it's kind of like when you're in this music game and you've done 6 albums, and 3 of them you put out. And you're rapping so hard, and you're just trying so.
And you don't get the appreciation.
Yeah. And then you put out, you get bored of that. You start drifting into singing stuff, and then everybody loves you.
Doing some auto tune and like some kind of just head nod, head bob type shit.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm also spitting in those too.
Yeah, you do spit some verses.
If you and all of them, even in just the singing shit, if you listen to what I'm saying, it's cleverly put together. Whether I'm talking about a woman, there's metaphors, similes, double entendres, and everything I write. I can't write without them. You know what I mean? So, but people aren't hip-hop fans don't buy music. They just don't.
No, you kind of got to gear it to the younger kids.
And women.
And your women and your fan base. And like that's tough because everything's got to be catchy, but the one good thing that you do is I wouldn't call it adapting a sound, but creating your own branch off a sound.
Yeah.
And just listening to that song that I haven't heard any of the album, and apparently I'm going to get blessed with listening to the album after we're done with the show today. But
you guys don't
just
get
from
that.
listening to that and listening to his other albums before he came over on the last show, and I saw the growth between, with the new album that came out, and even, honestly, I listened to more Hopeless Romantic after.
Yeah.
I put a lot of the songs from the Phase 1 album on a playlist because it's great for the gym and stuff like that. But driving around, I really like the Hopeless Romantic album. So
let me be honest.
So
Hopeless Romantic is my favorite album.
I really like that album because it showed that you were stretching and you were trying to do something different.
Cortisone. Hey, shout out to Alexis, man. That man's amazing.
Baby girl,
yeah, man. Shout out, brother. So that it was really cool to hear this song because I see a complete different level of growth.
I really like that track we played in the beginning of this. I'll tell you that right now. I think that's my new favorite by Tragedy.
That's going on my gym playlist.
And what's crazy about that growth is that's actually regression.
Yeah, we were talking
Like,
about it
you
before
made
the
that before?
podcast.
No, that's my old style.
So I don't know if you caught it.
That's how I was
before
rapping
the podcast started.
beforehand.
Before the podcast started, you were getting the camera set up and doing all the techie shit you do, fucking nerd. But we were over here talking about rap, and he was telling, and I was like, I like when you rap, and he was like, I did that shit for so long, so many mixtapes and so much rap that I felt like I got real good at it, and I never got the recognition for it. So when he started doing albums, he kind of went a little bit different direction. Like he said, you know, for the titties and for the head bobbing and the club bobbing.
Yeah, and for me, because I stopped listening to the
and it was
super
something different,
miracle, spiritual, lyrical shit, and I started listening to Trav. I started listening to Drake, and I fell in love.
You were
well,
evolving.
And I wasn't gonna say Drake, but that last song right there. And here's the thing: if you're sounding like the Drake that I'm thinking of, that's new Drake, and he grew. So if you're doing something that is branched off of that, like that song to me had a different bop. Like even your old music, you were rapping.
Yeah.
But that had a different
It's
pocket.
more polished.
You were in a different pocket, yeah. And I liked that because you gave us autotune, you gave us an emotional album, and now this is more like you said. This is more of a polished next level. And again, man, I know we're gonna get into this a little bit more as this goes on, but you stuck both feet in after our last podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh,
because
that's my favorite part about what we're doing right now.
And brother, I was over here. Anything you needed, I told you that when you did it. I sent you a message, and it wasn't to be corny. It was whatever I can do to help you, because that's what it takes. And we had that talk after the podcast. Is you know the things that it takes, and you did it. And a lot of people don't know. Like, he's not working for another company.
Nope.
He doesn't work for anybody else. This is all music. Everything that he's doing to take care of himself is music. And he's not doing it like a cornball. He's doing it the right way.
So since the last podcast, this is what I've been telling everybody, and just so now the listeners can hear. Since the last podcast, he has left his job, stopped working for the man, and started only working for himself, promoting himself, also working on projects with other people, hand in hand. But so how has that been going now since that's what something I was really interested in to talk about on the podcast.
Well, I mean, I'm afforded a blessed life, you know. Goddamn seltzers.
Yeah, we keep saying we're going to stop doing bubbles on this show.
Yeah. We got to stop doing bubbles. But they taste good. So basically, the situation was, man, I'm sitting here at my job, miserable as fuck. And it was a great job. Shout out to Metro Med's dispensary. It was a fun job while it lasted. But my personality just kept clashing with people, and I could have stayed. You know what I mean? I was there for 2 years, but I just felt like it wasn't where I was supposed to be, and I didn't want to shortchange them of time because I was starting to like get irritated and rude with people, and you know there was no reason for that.
And that's not you.
Exactly, and I just wanted to live. I wanted to be happy personally, and I wasn't happy there, so I quit. And me and my boy Brendan, we started a business called Decibel Merchandising. And if you need any merch done, you can hit us up, and we'll do that for you. But
shirts, everything.
Just the lifestyle that I was afforded, just being, Tragedy. I'm very blessed, man. I got a lot of friends and a lot of support system like Brendan, Dre, Cyrus. They fill in the blanks when I need it. You know what I mean? And It takes belief in yourself, but it also takes a strong group of people that believe in you too, because I can't do this shit by myself. Nobody can do it by themselves.
Well, but let's not, I mean, I know you're not the type that's going to double pat yourself on the back, but at the end of the day, man, when you do something like what you did and you put yourself into that pocket, a lot of people, they still, they want to give up after 7 hours in a day.
Oh yeah,
and they might not want to go out and do something that's like maybe not really worth the money, but they're not seeing the bigger picture. No. And I've seen you grinding from sun up to sundown, man, and that to me shows the difference. Like, you can't go out and do, like, everybody wants to be an artist, everybody wants to do something, but it's when they find out all the little things that go into doing it, they are like, well, I don't want to do that right now.
Right, I see it happen every day.
I'll do that later.
Yeah.
I'll do it later.
I know what you mean.
But you're not doing that, and that's the biggest thing, and that's why, man, we're all hoping for your success.
Oh, man,
but
it's coming, bro.
It's not even a hope. We're just waiting.
Yeah, at this point, man, I feel like when I quit my job, I was secure enough in my abilities, and the fact that, like, when I was a kid, I didn't know how to swim. I don't remember who threw me in the pool, but I think it was my dad. And he threw me in the pool. And I just had to swim, you know what I mean? I didn't know nothing, but I swam, you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people that grind and do good things, I think, have a similar story to stuff, something like that, you know? I was the same way, man.
No, but that's a big one. Like
that taught me, bro, like, I'm gonna be able to swim no matter what. You feel me? Like, and on top of that, it's too easy for me to go back to regular life if I wanted to. You know what I mean? I have a great resume. I'm a great interviewer. If I wanted a job, I can have a job. I got people offering to hire me now, but it's like I'll never work a job again. Like, guaranteed.
Well, when you do what you did, people start to see. There's always going to be the chunk of people that are like, he's fucking crazy. I can't believe he's going to do it.
Oh, believe me, I was in that chunk of people.
But there's a big chunk of people that look at you and go, okay, he did it. Okay, that's the step we needed to see him take to take him serious, because I'm not taking you serious if you're sitting on your safety net.
Exactly.
And your music was way beyond needing a safety net, bro.
I appreciate that.
That's exactly where I'm at, too, is I feel the most commendable.
No, you need a safety net, bro.
The most commendable thing. Yeah, I do.
You need two.
I got anxiety,
he needs
bro.
2 safety nets with the industrial straps, bro.
You
got
see all
children,
these grays
right?
on that camera. Yeah, I got kids and shit.
Yeah,
I
you
get
need
anxiety.
we
but
got
I
kids.
think that's one of the most. What I meant when I said that was I agree with you. That's where I'm at about Damien, about Tragedy. I think the most commendable thing that you've done, I mean, other than put out music and for the fans and everything else, is that you quit your job and just went, like he said, both feet in. You went in the deep end and you're after it. And I love that. That's right now, that's personally my favorite thing that you've done. That's my favorite thing about you. And your attitude and the way that you love your fans and the way that you do things for the people. That's my favorite shit.
Me too, man. Believe me, man. I would be lying if I said that I didn't struggle for like the first until like a week ago. Yo, like serious struggle, man. Like suicidal thoughts, going to therapists, like not having enough money, dropping bills, making bad credit decisions. But it's like when you're gonna be very rich.
When are we gonna hear those songs?
Those songs are a story of my life.
You need those.
So immediately after, I have those.
But you had faith in yourself the whole time.
I have those songs. Everybody that is
yeah, but were they real though?
Yeah.
No, but you had a job then.
Yeah, shit, maybe not. I've been doing music since I was 12.
Yeah, but no, bro.
Listen, man.
You're older now. You have real responsibilities.
That's true. I understand what you're saying.
Experience.
It's from a different place. But if you go on that piff and you look up $Tragedy $, you'll see all the work I put in during those times. And Tragedy 2012, Prior Convictions, and Don't Say I Didn't Warn You, Volume 1 and 2.
I listened to those.
Fucking ridiculous. Like struggle, like just rapidy rap shit. And that's all coming back on Story of My Life. But Better Luck Next Time was just like the real, what I was going through then with my ex-girlfriend Rachel. I'm sure she doesn't mind me dropping her name.
That's how you get some of the best
Shout out
music.
to Rachel. Still got love for you, girl.
So I'm actually, you know what I'm stoked about, I'm excited about. You showed us that track, I already said I loved it. Also, you got right now, what are you trending, number 4 on 4. iTunes? So number 4 on iTunes pre-sales for hip-hop.
In the whole world, Craig.
Damn.
In the whole fucking world, man.
So,
because
and like you said, this is the biggest pre-sale, the biggest like opening for album that you've ever had.
Ever.
And
so awesome.
And to hear that track, it just backs it up for me. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, okay,
It's
now
worth
I see,
it, bro.
I see where it's headed.
This is the one, bro.
We don't even got to wait for the end. You can go ahead and do it right now and punk me. Because I haven't actually pre-ordered the album yet. I'm one of those, privileged kids with Apple Music that just waits for it to drop. And he asked me before we started if I bought the album yet or pre-ordered it. And I haven't. And I couldn't lie to him. So after the show, y'all will see a video go up on the thing. Because I am going to. Because maybe one day, I got a kid on the way. I might have to dump the Apple Music.
Right.
But I'll have that album purchased. So it'll be mine. So I'm not worried about it. We're going to buy it after the show.
And
Put it on the Bernie Dyke podcast
Since
account.
you guys believe in me, when I get vinyls pressed out, I'm shooting a free one of your guys' way.
It's going right there on the wall because we're going to pull this out and it's going to go up on the wall. So,
and like another thing I would say about quitting my job, it was probably the easiest decision I ever made. Literally,
Really?
I was surprised.
That's awesome to hear.
I was so surprised how okay I was with it. You know what I mean? Like once I talked to Brendan, because we're roommates, and I was like, "Yo, you think this will be okay for me to do?" You know what I mean? Like, and he's like, "Man, quit this shit." And then I talked to Sincerely Collins, and I hit him up because me and him are cool. You know, I won't exaggerate the level of our friendship, but we're pretty cool. You know, I'm cool enough for me to hit him up,
have a conversation,
and say, "Hey, man,
You already did this, and you know I want to do it."
Exactly. I asked him, at what point did you quit normal 9 to 5 life? And he said, when I knew I could record for free. And I was like, damn, that made me feel kind of like, made me kick myself in the ass. I've been recording for free for years. and
showed his confidence in his music.
Yeah, it really showed that he had like another level of confidence in his music. And I'm like, man, shit. Well, I value myself as just as good as he is. So, you know, I'm like, why haven't I done it yet? And that just solidified it for me. You know what I mean? I'm like, if somebody as dope as him had that vision then, I'm in that same lane. Let me go ahead and quit this job. And then I planned it out to wait until like a certain date. But one day I was just in there, man. It was just miserable for me, man. I was just struggling. So I went over to my manager and I told her, I'm like, yo, this is my last day at the end of my shift. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, thank you for everything, you know, like, but if I can't wake up at 40 years old and think, man, what if I would have quit my job and gave Tragedy a full-time run, you know? It's like, that's just, that it wouldn't sit right with me. So when I told her, I was like, man, listen, I'm 27 years old. Worst case scenario, I bomb. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Next 3 years.
Y'all will be here.
Next 3 years, I'll be 30 years old. I can walk into any company and become the CEO by the time I'm 40. So I'll take a chance on being mega rich and mega awesome in my own field of something that I know I'm going to wake up every day and still love.
So
Yeah,
how long were you kicking that idea around before you told your manager, like, fuck, I wanted to tell you this and put my 2 weeks in before, but I've really just been tossing. I've already done my 2 weeks in my head.
The day after year 1, and I was there for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
1 year into it, I knew I wanted to quit.
Yeah, but you knew your talent.
Yeah, I just
knew your worth.
I knew I was wasting my time.
You knew your worth.
And then I started getting in circles where, you know, my boy shooting music videos for Wiz Khalifa and Cap G, and it just started
Is that Always Win?
Cyrus.
Is he the one that does Always Win?
No, that's Chris Wynn. That's a different person.
Okay.
And that I fuck with a lot. Shout out to Chris Wynn. He shoots a lot of my videos, and ultimately I'll have Cyrus edit them, or you know what I'm saying. He edited the down video, but he shot Smoke, and Cyrus edited Smoke. Well, he edited most of Smoke, and then Cyrus Wynn added all the cool After Effects and all the drawings and all the glitchy shit. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
that shit is hard to do too. I just want you to know that. I do
After
that
Effect
stuff.
is crazy, man.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's talent.
Shout out to Cyrus, but slap on the wrist for that motherfucker not hitting us back. Cause I'm trying to get him in here too.
No. He hit you guys back. He's coming in. He's gonna come up. We just talked about it today, so he's busy as fuck.
Bro, you mentioned you got like some old rapidy rap, lots of bars, and I know you were writing hard back then. Did you ever look at some of it and just go like, man, that's like 3 songs right there that would, like, especially the pocket of your last album, like you look at that and just go, wow, I put so much into that. Or you ever try to pull from it and make choruses or anything like that?
Hell no, it's all there. If you want to go listen to it, go listen to it. I can rap better than that now, and I'm going to. So it's like,
no, I'm not talking about how you rap.
No.
Saying about,
I know what you mean. Like just like the type of ideas.
You ever go back and hear like a bar that you did and just go, I smoked that.
No, Tragedy doesn't go back. He only goes forward.
I do. I listen to all that old shit all the time, but like he says, I'm not interested in it. Like, I wouldn't want it to represent me now because I'm better. You know what I mean? Like, there's stuff. Yeah. Tragedy 2012. That whole mixtape is probably the best lyrical music I've ever recorded in my life.
Well, then what about the name?
What?
Because I mean,
my name,
we all see where this is going. You're headed in a good direction, and at a certain point,
far from a tragedy.
It's not gonna. Well, and the music's not reflecting as much tragic.
No, the name's gonna change. I've been trying to change this shit forever.
Oh, that's take us more than
the only thing I hate is trying to find it in Apple. That's the only thing that pisses me off, because if it was easier to find, then it wouldn't be a big deal. But I don't like that I have to like open shit up, because it's like,
no.
You and you shouldn't even fucking be here.
I just type in Tragedy Phase 1, and then I click it and pull up the artist.
Well, that's smart. Use an album.
You got to use the album. Yeah. And that's why it's changing, because it's too hard to find my shit anywhere. You put Tragedy in Google,
I did notice it comes.
Oh, bro, we didn't know what
faster now though because you're in pre-sales. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
So I can find it easier now.
The
we didn't
algorithms
know,
are being.
I was just gonna say we didn't
kinder
know
to me.
what fucking algorithms were gonna be when we were choosing names for shit back in the day.
I chose the name Tragedy when I was 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
Were you on some sad shit?
No, it was the first time I ever recorded a studio session, and I was living in this foster home, and this guy named D, who was dating my foster sister Michiko, he said, "We got a studio, and we're rappers," and he tried to like make me a fan, and he was pretty good, and a couple weeks or two later, he's like, "We're going to studio again," and I'm like, "Yo, let me go." Like, you know what I mean? I'm cold because I had been rapping in the neighborhood, you know, and I had been writing,
Right.
and I never recorded. So I was like, yo, let me go to the studio with you guys. And they were like, nah. And so a couple more weeks passed, and I kept being persistent, and they were like, and I'm sure he wanted to get some draws from Michi, and he probably didn't because she was real good about not doing stuff like that, and she was a real good girl. But basically, he was trying to kiss up to her by taking me to the studio.
This my little kid on Big Brother.
But it didn't matter because it's all it took.
Yeah, exactly. And so he goes, but on a condition, you got to have a name, bro. We ain't gonna be calling you Damien in the studio.
He's not wrong.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
no, bro, that's not terrible. Like that's
it's not, but it was understandable. You know what I mean? It was smart. And so I said, chaos or some shit, and he was like, man, we're not rocking with that. And then Tragedy was the next one, and he was like, I can fuck with that, we can do that. So boom, Tragedy was born. And then I put some meaning behind it because I've been in foster care and all that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do actually have a tragedy type story,
yeah.
but
so and that's why it stuck so long, and that's why I kept it. And honestly, from then on, I went by Tragedy. Like people, I didn't even introduce myself as Damien. Like I was so consumed with this rapper persona, and I told myself, I promised myself, 18 years old, major record deal, it's a rap, you know. So that's actually kind of why I dropped out of school.
You're probably blessed you didn't get a major fucking record deal.
No, honestly,
we're blessed you didn't.
Sign your shit now, but sign your shit away back then.
Oh, that's true, and you're done forever.
Ooh, you know how many fucking
but at the end of
albums
the
you
day,
probably had to give up before it would have made.
But at the end of the day, at that time, by the time that I ran out of that deal, I'd be so monstrous and mean now, you know what I mean, that it wouldn't matter. And that's why I always tell people, man, don't be afraid of record deals. Fuck that. I will take a record deal right now. I'll take a 360
Just know
deal.
what you're signing.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what I'm signing. It really doesn't, man. You can have all the masters for those albums. You want 2 years? Take it. Take all that music and live off of it for the rest of your life.
2 is fine, but most of them aren't signing that deal.
Yeah, I'm not signing no slave deal.
But most of them, that's what they're going to sign you, and they're going to sign you that in the beginning.
They're going to sign you that if you're regular.
Yeah.
Drake didn't get no slave deal.
Yeah, but Drake also was not signed, but kind of shadowed and watched by Rap-A-Lot over there in Houston.
Right. Rap-A-Lot had his back. But,
but that made sure deals because, who did sign him, if they were going to fucking do you dirty,
Lil Wayne didn't want him.
Yeah, but Stunna was the one watching over a lot of shit, too.
A person that worked real close with Wayne kept forcing Drake onto Wayne, and Wayne was like, nah. And then one day, the dude was playing a random Drake track, and Wayne was like, yo, this is bananas. Who is this? He's like, man, it's the kid I've been trying to tell you about. So they flew him out. So talent overrides everything, bro. And Lil Wayne said, and we gonna be all right if we put Drake on every hook. He had something that they needed. You know what I mean?
Captain Hook.
You can't shortchange somebody that, one, knows what they're worth.
Did you watch that doc yet? Or not the doc, but the interview.
The 2-hour interview in his house.
That shit was good.
Yeah, man.
That house. Chef, make me a wine. Hey, Dakota, make me a seltzer, please.
Like, I'm not scared of any of that stuff.
You be making a wine?
Before I ever sign anything, I'll have somebody read it over. And if it ain't too bad, I'm gonna sign it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are dumb. It's like, nigga, you work at McDonald's. How you gonna turn down $200,000?
Yeah, you're not gonna.
You know
make,
what I mean?
But
once you create your fan base and you can get it to the point,
right? If you're already
it's hard in the States.
If you're already moving like that, sure.
Well, there's so many festivals, there's so many concerts that go around the West Coast because of our weather. That if you can get on the bill, like you might not be great for the first year or so on the bill and the money wise, but once you've been on there a few times, now all of a sudden you're getting the East Coast shows and you're kind of traveling and you're getting a name and you're meeting people at the festivals.
it's like they can take the money. They're giving you a platform that lasts forever. Like for me, I'm not a one-hit wonder. I'm not a two-hit wonder. I write songs for other people. I write songs in my sleep. I'm a machine. You know what I mean? So it's like, sign me to whatever deal you want to, as long as it runs out within a couple of years.
Would you go sit and be involved in a writing camp?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Have you ever shopped yourself for that?
No, I don't know how to. I don't know who's listening and how to do that. Those are the steps that I'm taking now.
Maybe that's a in the window way to shop your music and say, hey, I want to write for you. Listen to my music.
I'm a ghostwriter, bro. I'm already doing that for people. It's just about making a record that catches people's attention so you can then sell your services. So if let's say you sell bread and you sell the best bread in town, but nobody's ever tasted your bread, niggas ain't gonna buy bread from you. You got to go give some bread away for free or sell bread for cheap.
That's a great analogy.
And get people talking about that bread. So then bigger bread companies will be like, damn, we need this bread. You know what I mean?
They normally do it with cocaine, but I mean, you know.
Get your first taste for free.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like people expect the end result way too fast. I'm willing to climb up and work through because that's all I know.
You already talked about how many mixtapes you've done, how many albums you got, how long you've
been
doing
this.
Do you feel like you're hindered because you're not backed by a gang in music? Because I mean, a lot of it.
Like a street gang?
Like a legitimate street gang.
Hey, I don't know if you saw his post recently. He ain't into that shit.
No, hold on. That's not what I'm talking about. That a lot of artists that do not do any gang stuff or make their music like that are all associated or backed by a lot of real people.
Well, it's people that are paying for studio time.
What do you mean real people? You mean like people in the streets?
Yeah, a lot of artists are backed by gangs, and those people are tight with people that are higher up, and that pushes them through. Do you think that hinders other people to get shows, or maybe not as much on the charts if you can work your angles? But again, a lot of the times you make these fans is by doing a concert.
So listen, man, I was born into a gang. I got gang shit all around me. Those people have no money. No offense to any of my gang niggas. Y'all don't got no money.
A lot of the bigger ones that are grabbing onto an artist that's coming up are washing money by doing that shit.
I feel like
they're allowing shows and merch and stuff like that to watch. I'm guessing.
Allow me to explain. That life is gone. Not in Arizona, at least. In California and New York, maybe. But in Arizona, gangs were a product of people moving from other places and kind of starting up their gang here. Or original Arizona gang, like West Side City and stuff like that. Those gangs are like fighting gangs, real gangs that shoot it out. Those gangs are not people that are like, hey, we have a musician too. You know what I mean? Those
we pulled our 100,000 together and bought a studio.
No, everybody's just killers.
If you look at like big artists, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna stop.
You're talking about like Bobby Shmurda.
Not even the Migos.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Even the Migos. You got Pop Smoke's part of a gang. Half those guys, they're either part of Crip or Blood when they're out.
Feel like
in a lot of
that
stuff.
I feel like that
it doesn't mean no, but that's the thing. It doesn't mean they're doing shit.
So
they just have inside connections, and a lot of those guys
that goes back to what I
tied.
was saying. That's not Arizona,
right?
But I feel like
the Arizona gangs are not organized the way that California gangs.
But you understand what I'm saying.
I understand exactly
and
what you're
Atlanta,
saying.
like that's a big deal over there. Is like
so. I would say if there was gangs out here that was making that much money off of like G or whatever the hell, heroin or whatever's going ham, I wouldn't want my name to be attached to that. Period. No matter how fast it could progress me, no matter how, you know what I mean. That's not who my brand is. That's not what I like. I don't fuck with that.
Well, I mean, you don't rap about any of that shit.
Right.
That's not your style.
So,
but that wasn't my. I mean, even A Boogie doesn't really go too crazy on it. But you know, he's backed by people.
I understand what you're saying, and I feel like it makes no difference because if you're not talented, it's not going to work.
That's the point. That's the point I want to bring up.
And if you don't care about doing it, it doesn't matter.
I feel like it hinders you because now you got all this. You have all this momentum behind you, and you have all these people praising you and pushing you. Even if you're not great, even if you're just only okay, and maybe you have some hits and you make some money and things go well, but a lot of those artists don't have an end game and a long game, and they're gonna fall off because they're not gonna have all the momentum
they're gonna
behind them.
die.
Yeah, but that's
go
not
to
my
jail.
point. Like my point to him was like when I asked him, shopping your writing skills, and you were like, well, I'm not really sure quite the direction on how to do that.
Right.
Where those dudes handle that shit. As much as they're not business managers, they're the dudes
I
that
will have to
push
say
and
absolutely not. So those guys are not going to be allowed in those meetings. Those guys are not going to be allowed in those buildings they're not music people. Why the hell would they know who to shop to? You know
well,
what I mean?
if there's somebody in a different area that has an artist that they're attached to, and they say, "Hey, we got a guy over here that writes."
Right, but that's a lucky scenario that anybody outside of a gang could have too.
I just listen to a lot of shit that people are attached to a lot of stuff.
So I get where you're coming from, because if you have that gang energy behind you, it's cool. And if that gang is making money and funneling it into you, yes. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to give them money back.
Oh, absolutely.
Or bad stuff.
And I'm not saying anything bad, because it almost looks like they're honestly trying to figure out legitimate ways to
launder their money.
Not just that. No, honestly, they're trying to figure out ways to not be illegal.
And that's
because they're trying to be smarter with their money.
And for me, I feel that to an extent, and that's some gangs. But most gangs, like Tekashi 69's people, they pistol whipped him and robbed him when they felt like he was getting too successful. Bobby Shmurda, they got caught up with a bunch. There was too involved in that life, and it ruined his success.
They were just young. They didn't have the right handlers. But when you're that wrapped up, how do you have a handler?
So who has the right? Who had the right handlers?
Maybe nobody. You got. That's what you're doing. You're your own handler.
That's what I'm saying. Those gang people all end up dead or in jail. Tupac wasn't even in no gangs. He had gangs backing him, and he got shot up and got caught up in some beef. You know what I mean?
Well, I just like to ask it because a lot of people are still, no matter what, they're gonna associate rap music with gangs.
Trying to get you caught up in some gang shit.
No, I'm not. I want to ask him. I want to ask him honest questions, because a lot of people will listen to music, and just because it's a certain beat tempo or whatever it is,
I get you.
This is how they're gonna associate to it. So when you can answer me honestly, the way you're answering me, that it doesn't take that.
It don't take that, but it helps. I'm not gonna lie that it helps. It helps you to get the fans over to your side, because they see so many other people rocking with you. You know what I mean? It's like there's definitely advantages to the gang shit, but at the end of the day, those people end up being entitled to your success.
And fuck that.
And those people will kill you.
So check it out right here. Let's fucking end the gang shit
I was
conversation.
just gonna switch it to the new
plug
album.
this part, and we're gonna make a snippet and throw it on YouTube and throw it on Instagram.
You are?
Facebook. No, you guys.
You know how to do that?
I don't do this shit. I do know how to do it. If you want me to sit over here and spend time,
he knows how to do
you
that.
Want me to sit over here and spend time, but
yeah,
you can find out. You can find out for yourself if he's involved with some gang shit, because February 13th he's doing an album release party at Wasted Grain in Scottsdale.
You dig?
On Thursday, February 13th. That's Thursday, February 13th at Wasted Grain in Scottsdale. And it's an album release party. And you can go and find out for yourself. Go there, check out the crowd, see the people, see if there's some gang shit going on. And if there's not gang shit going on, it's not going to matter, because we're going to be there.
Right.
And we're going to watch a bunch of friends and family and local artists.
There's going to be gang shit.
Low-key, I'm about
Bernie
to say low-key,
gang shit up in there.
Low-key, there will be gang shit. But you know what I'm saying? That's not propelling us.
So let me ask you, let's get it on to a different topic here. What was the inspiration behind the new album? What's it? Blunt, right?
Better luck next time. Yeah, so I got dumped by my girlfriend, man. Classic.
What?
That makes some of the best music, though.
I was just gonna say, like, y'all have this scheduled. Like, y'all schedule like, it's been 11 months. We need a new album.
Last album didn't get the hits I was hoping for.
So
baby, your last album was so fire. I'm gonna dump you on surprise this time.
So the crazy thing about it is, this girl, she was the inspiration for Hopeless Romantic, my second most big album. You know, so I'm like, fuck it, man. I might as well do a sequel, because the album was huge.
She was your corazon.
And she was. That song was made directly like for her, and so was Home on that album. Like there was I call that album the Rachel album. She's not a bitch,
man. That's why she be feeling so special, because she knows those are her songs.
Yeah, she knows.
And
she knows it's the Rachel album.
I don't get to walk around with no songs like written about me.
Yeah, no, she gets that.
You know, for like a week or two, we get to walk around with Mind Blown, because we're the ones who already heard it first. You know.
Yeah, but still, like, Rachel got songs written about her.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, cool. I wrote a lot of the songs, you know, outside of that relationship too. Like Mind Blown, that wasn't about Rachel. You know what I mean? That was like getting over her. But I feel like a lot of music is so fake that I wanted to draw from something real emotional, and I wanted to make another like album that people could relate to. Like I strive for music that people can relate to. Anybody can listen to somebody go, it's hippity 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 ribbity dippity. That shit doesn't even impress me anymore. I hate that shit. Like, people think rapping fast equals bars, and it fucking makes me mad, because it doesn't. Just because you're saying some shit fast doesn't make it good. I'm sorry, but
Unless there's some bars in there.
Yeah, unless it's actually
Got
good
real
lyrics.
words.
Yeah. I mean, that shit's annoying.
Because some of that new M.
Oh,
As much as everybody wants to shit
most
on
of
like
that new
it's
M is fire.
rapidy, like the end of Godzilla, I want you to rate like on the iPhones, you can hit the I don't know if you know this, when you're listening to Apple Music on the iPhone, on the bottom left-hand corner on a song, you can get the words to pop up and they scroll as he's saying them.
Yeah.
And let me tell you right now, I'm a fast fucking reader and I've been following his music and rapping along my whole life, like the hardest songs. And when that shit starts going, even on the biggest iPhone, bro, you can't keep up.
Hold on, didn't he just break a record for the most...
The fastest rapper.
Yeah, like the most words spit in a certain
Bro, he
amount of
crushed
time.
his other two songs that off the
He
other
already
albums.
had the first two records to begin with.
People are pissed that
Yeah.
he was trying to do some Twista shit on there, but it was I felt that it was eloquently put in the spots that he did it.
He didn't do the whole album.
No,
that way.
he
just
put
did
it in
spurts.
spots. He put it in spots, and that's where it was different.
So, as far as I heard, word on the streets was Tragedy also has another album lined up for after this album.
You got one in the tank?
When are we gonna get that?
As soon as I gauge the success level of this one,
Yeah.
guy.
Wait, Coach, you
Let
got
this one
one
marinate.
on deck?
Yeah. Oh, I always do.
There's a guy on deck right now. He's got the thing
Always.
on the bat, and he's
Bruh,
swinging.
I always have an album done after the album I'm about to release. I don't know what it is. I get in the booth and I record like 30 songs.
I bet you feel naked if you don't have something else for the people.
Oh yeah,
Do
all for
you
myself.
feel that's been my biggest thing, like ever, like when I tried to make music and I did my own things, is I always feel or even podcasts, like this week I've done 3, right? So
Right.
this is gonna be the 3rd one, and as much as it's killing me to hold back the one I did the other day, I want to put it out right now, but I'm gonna wait till next week to do it, and I feel that it's dated when I put it out.
Yup.
Is that hard for you?
No, I just record more music.
No, that's what
More?
I'm saying. Like when you have an album in the tank, right, and then you put one out, do you feel like the one you're getting ready to put out, do you get that dated feel on it at all?
Honestly, I don't listen to Better Luck Next Time at all.
But you know it.
I
Like,
listen to Story
I don't
of My
listen to my
Life, like-
podcast. I don't listen to my podcast.
Right, no.
But I know what I said in it,
Right.
kinda.
But like for me,
Kinda.
when I drop some music, I listen to it until it's expired, and that's what I did. You know, I recorded it.
So that doesn't phase you.
Not as much. The music I make. I like to feel like I can listen to it whenever and it still be good.
Do you ever go back and tweak it? Like, say you got that
Yes.
album done right now, right? And you put this album out, but maybe you've been listening to something or something happens, and then you're like, you
Every
know
time.
what, bro? We got to go back. And,
Every time.
and
That's what
track
I did with-
7, we got to fucking tweak this real quick.
No, I keep the songs the same. What I'll do is I'll take songs off. Like,
Oh, okay.
I'll be like, you know what? This song doesn't really fit this album. Like for this album, Better Luck Next Time was supposed to be like 15 to 20 songs. Like it was supposed to be a long album. It's 8 songs and 3 skits, and then
Well, I like you put skits on there.
the other, it's an album. The other 12 songs are a story of my life, because I was sitting there and I
Hell
was
yeah.
putting the track list together, and I'm like, yo, I'm rapping my ass off on this. I'm rapping my ass off on this. I'm like, these don't go on Better Luck Next Time. I'm like, oh, this is melodically genius. This is melodically genius. This is melodically genius. This is melodically genius. This is about Rachel. Let me put this
Say
on
that
this
5
album.
times fast.
When you so like this is one of my favorite. If you ever get a chance to go through any of my playlists and like Apple Music or anything, you tell when you look at how I play songs that
There's
You're
a
a
order.
rapper?
it's not random. Like
Yeah.
it's
There's an
not
order to
random.
it.
Yeah, I'm good at how I place those, and,
There's a correlation.
and I can tell because
You have to
people,
be.
random people, just download my shit on Apple Music constantly, like the playlist. And I know
Right.
they're public, but dude, they're just placed very well. I've always been good at that, mixtapes and stuff like that. What's your process when you put your album together?
I go for a feel, man. So like I usually like Better Luck Next Time is a heartbreak album. You know what I mean? So if it didn't have anything to do with that, or if I couldn't correlate it with the skit to make it have something to do with that, it just didn't belong on the album.
Yeah.
Pretty simple process,
Yeah,
you
just,
know?
the,
Like,
just the correlation.
yeah, like I listen to the
So you
songs.
just wait for the feel from the last song to the next song.
Well, yeah, no.
you
So
just
I
got a tank of them, and
I
you're
go
like,
in the booth recording for Better Luck Next Time. The beats dictate what the song turns out into.
right.
Sometimes it doesn't go Better Luck Next Time. So it's like, shit, I can't use this for this album, but I'm going to use this.
But
down
it's
the road.
recorded.
Right,
and I
right.
have it.
No, but when you're doing your placement, like when you got
okay.
all of the tracks done, right, and you got 15
How
songs,
you
and you're gonna
pick
skim
1
them down
and 2
to
and
8.
5.
What is your process on that?
So for this one, it was different. This one told the story. So it was like our real relationship with me and Rachel. It started off from like really, really awesome. So at the beginning of it, it's like real love songs. You know what I mean? Like real love songs. And then I get a voicemail, and it's like,
and one of your skits.
Yeah. And in the skits, it progressively changes the mood of the album. The skits change the mood of the album.
I like that shit.
Yeah. It's the first time I sat down and I was like, okay. Because I used to just put songs together that sounded the same and that had like a similar theme.
They blended.
Yeah. But now it's like this has to tell a story.
With a mood.
Yeah. And moods have to change and people have to relate to it. Like the whole reason I did this album is because I know a million dudes and a million chicks have been through this breakup that I've been through. You know what I mean?
Probably including both of us.
Bro, it was stressful. Look at his fucking head. That shit just... he got one of them white spots.
Hey,
I'm dead.
His skin is strong. He didn't get the vitiligo.
He
didn't get that vitiligo shit on the skin. It just got the hair. But that's how smooth the fucking guy is. It just kind of blends.
You know, I try to...
Careful, bro. I used to do that when Eminem first came out, and you can, as you guys know, you know the shit ain't there no more.
So
I'm about to go completely blonde again.
The way you
soon.
described that, I would like that shit a lot, and I like the skits. I like how you said you flow with the mood, and I think one thing that a lot of people don't do nowadays, and I know Keegan does. I don't know if you do it.
Right.
I don't know if a lot of people do it, but what I do is I listen to a whole album every time when there's new albums drop on Apple Music every Friday. I listen to the album. I listen to the whole thing. When you were telling me last time, listen to Racks. You're going to like that shit. I listen to the whole album front to back. I always listen to whole albums front to back because I feel like if you're going to take the time to search an artist and you're going to take the time to pull up a song, fucking start at the beginning. The album's only 35 minutes long. Or,
Don't rob me.
Give or take. And you made that as a piece of art from front to back, 35, 45 minutes. And you should give that homage, that respect to somebody. If you're going to listen to a piece of art from them, don't listen to 3 minutes. Don't listen to 8 minutes. Listen to a full fucking 35, 45 minutes of somebody's track or somebody's album and give it a true identity for you to be able to pick apart and to listen and feel and understand. And because there's stuff that people be like, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. But
I'd be like the same way. Honestly,
yeah.
The first couple tracks, I was like, yeah, I don't like these songs. And then when I put them on the playlist and I put it on DistroKid to like release, and then I listen to it, I'm like, whoa.
It kind of grew.
Sometimes you gotta
grew on
well, I
you
asked
like
you
that.
that the last time, like when you're listening to your
happens.
stuff before you put it out. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing for surroundings? Like, are you hopping in like anytime you want, bro? Give me a call, I'll come pick you up. You know, my truck's not special or nothing, but it's new, so it sounds good when you get in it.
I got some good stuff.
But like, you got to hear it in the truck, right? And then you got to hear it at the crib on like a good system through the house, and then you got to hear it at the strip club because you know the DJ real quick and just, hey, yo, spin these 2 songs because I got to hear these in the club. So, and I'm gonna tip your girls real quick so I can get out of here.
What I try to do is
That's how you do it.
I try to make all final decisions before I record the song. Like, it's crazy to say that, but like, I know more if I like the song when I'm writing it than when I'm listening to it.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Because like, once I write a chorus that I'm in love with, I'm like, yo, this is going.
So what that tells you, everybody, is that it's the lyrics and it's the words that he wants you to pay attention to. Exactly. He's not trying to fucking smoke and mirror you with these beats.
Or the auto-tune.
But they're good.
People,
or the auto-tune.
People get the auto-tune part.
I knew that shit was. I knew.
Mad.
No.
I bet I pissed you off.
I knew.
You pissed me off so bad.
I knew.
It's like people group me in with all these other auto-tune artists, but it's like, listen to my lyrics and listen to their lyrics, buddy.
Yeah,
like,
but you pulled the safety net.
For
you
me,
did.
Ooh,
it was new.
Shots.
Don't lie. It was new to you. You weren't singing on albums.
No, for me, I was always singing on albums, but I wasn't singing with auto-tune, and it sounded horrible. And then I started finding my voice more, and auto-tune helps me sing better.
But
no, this album is full of auto-tune.
No, I'm saying, but now you're more comfortable singing.
Yeah, now I'm more comfortable singing without it.
We watched that with Mac.
Yeah.
Like,
and you get better
with
at
auto-tune,
singing.
and now like his newest album that just came out is.
You get better. Singing is a muscle.
Well, you learn that.
It is.
Train.
No, what it is you learn, and that too. But you learn you're not gonna hit this note, hold this note.
Exactly.
You don't
learn
have
your
to.
vocal range.
You don't have to.
Your
Yeah,
range.
you have to learn that.
Yeah.
And once you learn it, Like Max, I can hold max range. That's a simple range.
Exactly.
And
Can
that's
we go
a
do
great
some
range.
karaoke after this?
Oh, I would love to.
So
I'll call Jeff and have him open up the garage right now.
My range opened up a lot more when I started looking up YouTube tutorials on like vocal coaches or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I write for female artists primarily. Like I write for
Smart.
people and they're females.
That.
They're gonna take over.
Yeah, oh, they are. They're doing really well with the music I'm writing for them, and it makes my range
Like
better.
you said, who listens to the music? It's your core audience, young kids. Which when you're young kids, there's a mix of guys and girls,
Right.
and then it's women.
Straight up.
It's women, and then
'cause they make
an
decisions and
additional
dictate
oddball like me that likes to do. Why does that look like that one froze? That shit froze.
Oh no.
I noticed.
Yeah.
That's great. Actually, we can pause right now, right?
No, we'll keep it rolling.
I have
keep
to
it
take a
running.
piss.
We'll keep it rolling.
Let's take a break.
All right,
I
hey,
have
hold
to
on.
pee.
We're gonna take
Back, and you're probably not gonna see me in most of that video. I'm not sure if you are or not, and
You're gonna see him.
I'm praying for it, but it's probably not gonna happen. But you ain't watching anyway, so fuck you.
It's a step better though because we thought the video would crash completely, but then you found
The audio's
some
there.
video.
There's something. Well, Dakota's
So-
there. He's
I'm
excited
there.
because
I'm right
he's
here.
there. Fuck him.
Now that
All
you
right.
have Instagram, Brendan, can I use your phone for something really quick? Actually.
Ooh.
Oh, you got him on social media?
Yeah.
Social
So
meds.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use his
Sorry,
phone.
brother. Oh, we got Damien's roommate here. Let's say it right. Is it? I don't want to say it wrong. It is Brendan. All right, Brendan. Hey, man, say hello.
Hey, how's it going?
So Brendan's the roommate here. He's just making sure we don't fuck nothing up.
Getting us a little audio
And
or a little video. I mean,
but
over
yeah,
here.
welcome, Brendan.
Thank you.
So yeah, we just took a little break, and everybody had to piss, man. It's been a long day. So while
This is a
you're
long
messing with
one.
your phone and I'm over here just holding the mic, I gotta ask you about some of the new artists, new music that dropped. We had Eminem's album, Mac Miller's album, but before the new year, Roddy Ricch dropped an album.
Yeah.
And that's somebody that's caught my attention because, there's songs that I can't tell if Future's on the song, I can't tell if Young Thug's on the song. And then all of a sudden I listen to it and I look and
Put it on them.
it's nobody's on the song. It's just Roddy Ricch. So he's out there.
He's versatile.
He's pulling some pockets, bro. Like,
I like Roddy Ricch, but I feel like he sounds so much like Young Thug that I didn't even know. When I heard that song "Ballin'," I thought
That's
that
what
was
everyone says.
an actual Young Thug song.
have you
So-
listened to his new album? Excuse me for being antisocial. I felt like that was a name that you would like too.
Yeah, of course. I love the name, and I think Roddy's talented as fuck. Like I've heard him on multiple songs, and it sounded.
You
like,
haven't listened to the album?
No,
Please listen to this album.
I will. Hey, I'm gonna listen to the album.
I mean,
For-
the box has
for
been
me-
number one. Like,
yeah.
he put
I've heard
Justin
the box. I
didn't like the box
I'm
when I heard
making
it.
music, when I'm recording and writing, I don't listen
liked
to the
it,
new
but-
shit at all.
I hear you.
As you shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't want to be influeed by it because it's tight. You know what I'm saying? You know?
No, I feel you. I
Roddy
feel you.
Ricch is tight.
Well,
you
that
know
was
what
the
I'm
part
saying?
about his
So-
new album. There's a few songs on there that I was like, oh, he's got Future on the song. And I pull it up and there's no guest. And then I was like, oh, he's got Young Thug. And there's another one that kind of sounds like them. I don't know if you listen to it all, is Schoolie.
Nope.
Schoolie's another one that I think that he's going to be an
I'm
upcoming
the worst person ever with anybody upcoming.
I just like to get it down and documented that I hear these people out here. And
Just letting the people know.
you know what? You like older music, right? You're older hip hop,
Yeah.
like mid
Oh, for
2000s,
sure.
early 2000s. You know, Redman dropped a 3-piece.
Nope.
So Redman dropped a 3-piece.
So
One of
I
them
don't
on
be
there is
listening
Banger.
Bruh, so I was in my singing pocket and I was in my rapping pocket, so I wasn't trying to listen to
So you were
nothing.
staying. So you stay away from everything before you drop an album.
I'd be listening to Circus Survive and Dance Gavin Dance, period. Even when I'm not working on an album. I don't listen to
Some
rap.
Dance Gavin Dance.
When I listen to new music, I don't listen to rap. I'm in love with like old school hip hop, boom bappy, greedy shit. It'll never come back. Until it comes back, I'm listening to rock and roll, nigga.
Well, at
That's who
least
I am.
You should listen to that 3-piece of Redman.
Oh yeah,
'cause
yeah.
that-
Red,
that's
Red,
like
but that's it coming back. You know what I mean?
that's
So,
what it sounds like. It's like
that's it coming back.
it's like an early. Well, they flipped
yeah.
the Rottweiler beat on one of them.
Oh, the Rockweiler, that shit, man.
They flipped that beat. It's called Banger. I got it on one of my playlists. I love that shit right now. I've been
I think
playing it.
We moving on a little too quickly. I gotta show you the snippet.
Oh, you got another one for me?
Well, I'm gonna give you the John from a tune. Hey, it says what's the passcode?
4200.
Oh, I was like, You want the
everybody
passcode to the
knows
Wi-Fi?
Brennan's passcode.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the.
Brennan, we locked in. We know you're pinned to ATM. Jump his ass. Get him.
Jump his ass. Take his card. So right now, I want to give a big shout out to my boy A Jones 602, Anthony Jones, and all my Attune, people because this single is gonna premiere on Attune February 8th, and I want to give the people a little taste of it right now. Is it able to be heard out loud for the people that are watching it live?
Go ahead, play it.
All right, it's called Swish, and this shit crazy. Ooh. So here we go.
Oh man.
Yo, what up? I see you, my boy Sneaky Crypto. I love you, man.
My nigga, we lit. I ain't never rock no ice. We ain't never shown like this. We finna be rich. I ain't worried about no price. All I gotta do is go get. I'm full of that drip. Niggas tryna take my flow. The way I give it to you is a gift. Yeah, don't trip. I ain't never falling with the flow. Ballin' on you haters like Swish. My nigga, we lit. I ain't never rock no ice. We ain't never shown like this. We finna be rich. I ain't worried about no price. All I gotta do is go get. I'm full of that drip. Niggas tryna take my flow. The way I give it to them is a gift. Yeah, don't trip. I ain't never falling with the flow. Ballin' on you haters like Swish. Okay, I ain't never ball so hard. Every time I shoot, I don't miss. Boy, I won't switch. Made it from the bottom to the top. Whipping through the hood like lift. Boy, I don't.
That's it. That's all I can give you guys. Just a little snip.
Just a little taste. Little taste, y'all.
You know what? I'm gonna run it one more time since it was so fire.
Yeah, man. That's killer.
So, I'm the face of a new streaming platform called The Tune. It's gonna hit everywhere February 8th. iTunes, everything. So,
my nigga, we lit. I ain't never rock no ice. We ain't never shown like this. We finna be rich. I ain't worried about no price. All I gotta do is go get. I'm full of that drip. Niggas tryna take my flow. The way I give it to you is a gift. Yeah, don't trip. I ain't never falling with the flow. Ballin' on you haters like Swish. My nigga, we lit. I ain't never rock no ice. We ain't never shown like this. We finna be rich. I ain't worried about no price. All I gotta do is go get. I'm full of that drip. Niggas tryna take my flow. The way I give it to them is a gift. Yeah, don't trip. I ain't never falling with the flow. Ballin' on you haters like Swish. Okay, I ain't never ball so hard. Every time I shoot, I don't miss. Boy, I won't switch. Made it from the bottom to the top. Whipping through the hood like lift. Boy, I don't.
So you hooping like that?
Oh yeah, man. I'm out here.
You ready?
I'm like Russell Westbrook, my guy.
Let's roll.
That's who I would compare myself
Let's see
most
it.
to.
You know, I got a video up on the pod already. I mean, lighting the old co-host. That's why he's gone.
No, he meant an old.
Hey,
he meant an old dude.
He probably ain't gonna listen to this, and I'm
really
just gonna.
Old, really like that.
Bob, we love you, and whatever.
My dude said,
we know
Bob, we love you.
Bob, we
Yeah,
love you.
Bob.
We know you're going to. We know you're going through some stuff right now. So we're not fucking with you. We're just gonna move on from that. So.
Yeah.
Oops.
But yeah, no. If you ever want to go hoop it up, man, I got you.
Bro, anytime, bro. I'm with the hoops.
White boy can't jump, but he can shoot.
So we was talking about new shit.
We got the album coming.
Yep.
And we're going to do a little, you got the pre-release party, right?
Yeah, February 13th, Wasted Grain in Scottsdale.
I'm going to be there.
What was that? February 13th, Wasted Grain in Scottsdale?
Yep, February 13th, Wasted Grain Scottsdale.
Hey, were you
Doors
just on
open
the
up
radio?
at
February
8.
13th.
Were you just on the radio?
No, I'm going to go on the radio tomorrow night. So
Tomorrow.
everybody, biggest radio station in the state, 98.3. I'm going to be on there on Ground Zero tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in to 98.3 tomorrow.
You should
to catch.
So
it's
it's tomorrow.
Let's
That's
do that
like,
live because when we drop the podcast, it's probably going to be after that. So
I'll try to get it out in the morning.
Yeah, no. I'm going to go as live as the radio station will let me. Right now, my album is number 4 in the whole entire world on iTunes pre-order sales in the hip-hop genre. So if you're out there listening, go ahead and pre-order that album on iTunes because I don't think anybody from Arizona has ever gotten the number 1 spot. My shit's up there with Keegs Kota and Russ. So I just want to make sure that people know that Arizona got that type of fire in it because we've been slept on for too long, and it's like there's so much. We're the next Atlanta, man. There's so many talented artists. I can't even begin to like name them off, like Cyrus, Ashley Phoenix, Jackie Lynn. Damn, there's just so many people that that I rock with. Alexis. He's got a song with Wiz Khalifa and Cap G. You know what I mean? That's got that a lot of views and streams and shit, like almost millions and millions. You know what I'm saying? So not almost, actual millions and millions. So we got too much talent to let these people sleep on us like we not out here.
Well, people are finding us out here now. It's not Phoenix isn't hidden. It's not. It's not looked at as what
is.
it was.
I feel like it's looked at badly though. It doesn't have.
Nah, it's coming.
It's the desert. People.
It's
got a
coming,
different thought
bro.
about it.
Nah, it's coming. All these people from California are starting to run here now. Before it wasn't
Fuck
like
those
that. It
people.
was people from the East Coast running here because I know I was one of them. So I ran here. And it wasn't people from California moving here. It was people from Detroit. It was people from New York. It was people from New England. Like, we were all coming down here. And we're here now.
I got a lot of
And
Michigan
now
friends.
I'm
We are a
meeting
melting
people
pot for sure.
that are coming from places like Colorado and they're coming from places like California because it's getting too expensive to live there.
Right.
When you start to get a different culture in an area that it just expands, what you're going to see, are you going to answer a live one? That's live if you
He
answer.
went to swipe it because he thought it was a fucking
this is
real phone.
This
It's
is
a fucking
Brendan's
weird
baby
phone.
mama calling me. It's probably like Lilith's goodnight call. So I'm gonna give this back to him real quick. Go ahead, take it.
Brenda's
Take
baby
the
mama
call,
don't want to
take
be
the
on?
phone.
Hey, somebody give me their phone. That's an iPhone, bro. I'm gonna play another song from the album.
I can't.
Ooh, they're recording right now.
Yeah.
Is this an iPhone? 'Cause-
No.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
all my people. Hey, everybody on the live, man, put a fire emoji or a hand if you want to hear something from my new album.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you gonna,
man,
you
he
gonna
gonna
use that
get
phone?
him. He gonna get him.
Fire emoji,
So
the hand up, the thumbs
you're not
up.
listening to very much new music
Hell no.
at all.
I can't listen to stuff when I'm creating because it influences me.
Yeah,
Right,
you don't
yeah.
want
I'm
that.
saying
You
the-
want you.
The only thing I'm checking to hear now after the Eminem dropped is this Lil Wayne funeral album.
Yep. Yep. I'm
ready.
with you.
I'm ready.
I'm
ready to decide Lil Wayne's fate off this album.
I'm still trying to throw bop music together in my truck just so I have something to get hyped up in the morning.
people,
So
people trying to hear something off the album, man.
yeah, we gotta get it put up.
Do we got any other device I can plug into?
Hey, they're not gonna be able to hear it either way on there.
I thought they were able to hear the swish.
They won't hear it live.
It'll be
that's
coming
what I
through
was
these
asking
speakers.
you.
They'll be coming through these speakers.
Oh, so how can we play something live for them?
Ooh.
Nothing. We can't.
You're just gonna have to post it. That's the only way for you to do that.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I didn't prepare for all that.
That's okay. That's fine.
And
You
now
know,
I've got too much of a buzz. I fuck something up.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, we can't do it.
We're all a little too drunk to manufacture a way where you can hear it. But if you want to watch the podcast after we're done, we'll just talk about stuff relevant to the
There'll
album.
be teasers. We'll get it up there as soon as possible. It'll be before the album drop. That's for sure.
We drank a whole bouquet of seltzers over here.
Yeah, we drank a good amount. Yeah, man.
What else you got? What else you got planned for 2020?
Man, so after this show, I'm actually gonna start doing more shows. I might not perform them, but I'm gonna be like promoting shows, getting other artists
Help book 'em.
involved. Yeah, I mean, because right now, since my stuff is in the top 5 in the whole world for pre-orders in iTunes, once it hits number 1 on February 1st, which is when I anticipate it hitting number 1 at the rate we're going.
That's big to beat out Russ.
Yeah. And I only say that because Russ drops his album on the 31st.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
So
say
I'ma
because
slide
Russ
right
is
in there.
Russ.
baby.
Russ got a he
Got
got a
a big
crew.
fan base.
Yeah, very big.
Russ is incredible, man. And you know, I actually don't like Russ, to be
Really?
honest.
I love me some Russ.
I like his song, What They Want, What They Want, What They Want.
That's the one that got me.
But outside of that, I haven't really heard any of his
He's got a
music,
couple
and
that I
don't really-
like that
I don't care
fall a similar, not
You know,
pocket, but
It's not that I don't like Russ. It's that I don't like his personality. So I only heard What They Want, and I really like the song, but I don't like the dude Russ. So I'm not going to listen to anything.
did you watch
I don't-
the
you
did you
don't
watch
even know
the
that
pull
dude.
up? Did you watch the pull up with him and Budden? Joe did.
I love Joe Budden, but
Joe did a pull up with him where
honestly,
he interviewed him in his
Joe,
place.
Russ has rubbed me the wrong way to the point where I see Russ's name and I instantly skip it.
But if you listen to that,
He's
if
an
you
asshole.
watch the pull up with him, you kind of
I don't
understand
care why.
where he didn't. He's not trying
don't
to
care
do
why.
what everybody else did. He built his fan base, and he is going at it at a different angle.
I like Russ's music, man, and but I gotta like the person, and I don't.
Yeah.
He gets people beat up for no reason. Like when he wouldn't do it himself.
he expands
I feel
on that.
like. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I see you.
And I'm from the streets where we beat people up if they talk about us. We don't need 30 Somalian dudes on
Well, that's
one.
why I thought you would
one-
like. That's why I thought you would like him though. Is that he ain't taking you talking about his shit. Like he's
if there's a
doing
certain-
it all on
for
his
me,
own.
I'm
and
from
the
a
beats
I'm
and
from
all
a place where me and my niggas were giving out passes. If you didn't have a pass to be in our area, we were gonna beat you up. So he's hiding behind big buff dudes when he know he wouldn't do this shit in real life or say that shit to that same person. And you know, and I don't like. I separate music from street because it's two different things. You know what I mean? And I'm not even street no more. I'm not in the streets. I'm done with that. But when I was in that, we were thoroughbreds. You know what I mean? We was knocking niggas out and taking their shit. So if somebody has a problem with me, even to this day, they're gonna deal with me. And I want that to be the point. You know what I mean? Like when you're exacting your revenge, I mean it's cool to snicker back and let your goons do it, but it's
No,
a
you
real
don't want that.
it's a real message to the person when it's you.
Yeah.
Like and me, I'm a psycho. I'm
but when you start making that money, when you start making that money and it jeopardizes so much stuff to just crack a little dude that's just trying to get his little bit of lime.
Yeah, see, and for at a certain extent, you got to be bigger than that.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
In my opinion,
But
I mean,
but again, like I've seen people that maybe didn't really mean a lot, maybe make a comment on your stuff and you light them up.
Oh, I light them the fuck up.
Right. So that's my point.
I do it.
But that's my point. But when you get,
myself.
say you got to a point, right, that you're clearing $2 million a year, right? Maybe more. But you're clearing a substantial amount of money that now you've got 15 people that are eating off you because you got families.
I
eating
get
off
where
you,
you're going
and
with
then
this.
some little fucking punk
I'll agree with
wants to say
I'll agree
this
to
shit,
your extent.
and you're not signed by a label. You're doing this all on your own,
right?
And you're making all the beats and you're promoting everything. And this little fucking dude wants to say this shit, and you're like, look, dude. I'm not jeopardizing my shit.
I get you.
Handle him.
Listen. Yes.
I could see that.
You get to a certain point.
Because you're a personal person.
You get to a certain point where you are above doing that.
And I think he's well beyond that.
It's a mind state.
But anybody that came up with me that's willing to do that, I love them to the point where I'm not going to put them in a position of jail or anything like that. No,
but that's my point. Is
you know
he's not. He's putting people that he has hired. Like, hey, that fucking dude gets to smoke
you
right
just don't do that. You just don't. You don't involve yourself with it.
So let's say I'm at a festival, right? Dude pops off at said festival. I have security guards. Security guards are handling it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if it's like I'm running up on dude, catching him outside of his work, it's me, nigga. Period.
But
I don't care how much money I got,
$2 million
dog.
in the bank. Is it worth it?
I could have $100 million.
No,
Doesn't matter.
It's personal.
Yeah, it don't matter if it's worth it or not. That's not why I'm attacking them. If you're attacking someone, you're not basing, is this worth it or not? You have your mindset that this person has disrespected you to the point where it's worth it. And if I have $2 million, I'm not spending a second in jail, nigga. I have $2 million. You know what I mean? Think about it. If Russ really wanted to get gully on somebody, he could hire the best lawyer in the world.
Think so till you get caught and you're like Tekashi wrapped up.
Well, Tekashi was shooting at people and shit for gangs, for clout. I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I'm talking about what Russ was doing.
Within city
you know what I'm saying? You're getting mad because somebody said something about you on a record,
right?
And you're sending big buff Somalian guys to beat them up. I think that's a little much.
Next question.
I mean, I'm approaching you myself, bro, but that's exactly. I'm paying bail. I'm getting out. I'm getting a lawyer. We going to court. I'm paying you so it doesn't go to trial, and I'm living my life. You know what I mean? If you ever been through a real case and you ever know about settlements, bro, you can settle anything outside of court if it's not too serious.
Are you doing some festivals this year? Or
I'm
what?
making, and that's not even my brand. I don't even want to make myself sound like that person. We got the motivational shit going on, y'all.
Are you doing? Are you doing festivals this year or what? You gonna wrap up on a couple concerts?
I was trying to do South by Southwest.
I was just thinking that,
but my application got denied. Honestly, it was the saddest thing in the world. So I quit my job. Right, quit my job. Boom. Struggle. Damn. I applied to South by Southwest. I'm thinking, boom. If I do South by Southwest, I'm famous. You know what I mean? Because my album's charting, and my album's number 4 on iTunes. If I were to perform on South by South, it would be it. I would make a little documentary, get the cool little camera dude to come around and make it all edited up nice from bottom to the top, like we did with that little one snippet.
Yeah, shit was fire.
And that's how it would go. But right now, I'm still on that climb, man. I'm still on that grind. So any festival, anything, I'm still applying to. Like just because my album is number 4 in the whole world pre-order on hip hop doesn't mean I'm stopping the grind that got me this way. You know what I mean? It's like I haven't made anything. I'm nobody. That's how I feel every time I step on a mic or I step on a platform. It's like, nigga, you gonna recognize me. These people try to play me for as long as I've been out here. But it's like I keep breaking through walls that people keep putting up that they don't think I can.
That's like 50% of the reason I like you.
Yeah, bro, it's never gonna stop.
Yeah,
I'm gonna crush everything in my path. I already told them, like, I don't gotta tell nobody. I'm gonna work until this shit's undeniable.
Boom.
Like
that's hard that people are still make you feel like you don't got it.
That'll never stop.
People don't make me feel like shit.
Say it.
It'll never stop.
People can't make me feel like anything. I know who I am. I understand the talent I possess, and if I channel it to the right people, it's going to the right places. No problem.
That's what personally attracts me to your style and to you as a person, as a friend. Bro,
I came from orphanages.
As an artist,
I came from orphanages, man, and we made that shit work. I came from zero, bottom, like literally living with 10 other dudes in a group home with staff that don't give a fuck about you. And I ran away from
you're just another ticket.
Exactly, another statistic. And I ran away at 17 and got it popping. Why can't I do this? This is much easier than that.
And you're smiling all the time.
Bruh, this is much easier than that. All I have to do, bro, I have another album recorded after the album I'm about to drop.
All you have to do is try.
Niggas are not ready. I'm done playing. This is my
I'm so
life.
excited for this one.
Yeah, I quit my job for this. I literally said, hey, this is it. If this doesn't work, I'm fucking panhandling. You know what I mean? Like,
and you would do great at that too, because you're good at anything you put your mind to.
It doesn't matter, bro. People try to make it seem like you got to be born special or you got to be Michael Jordan from the jump. Nope. Michael Jordan practiced with his hand tied behind his back for years to be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking wakes up the greatest. You got to keep inching along.
No, you got to grow.
We've said it before on this podcast.
If he was just the greatest, like how the fuck you go from there?
We've said it before on this podcast.
Exactly.
Like what the fuck you doing? And are you really the greatest? If you just all of a sudden the greatest,
and if you're blessed with natural talent, it's disrespectful for God not to pursue it. It's disrespectful to God.
Yeah.
Not to pursue.
Like if you just pop up out of nowhere with the greatest, I'm gonna call that fucking bullshit right now.
Arizona doesn't understand.
If there's no growth behind it.
They have never seen an artist like me, bro. And I don't care no more.
Well, God damn it, he's here now.
I don't care no more.
He's fucking here now. Don't look away.
Like
do
your dreams,
away.
people. Like if you got time, if you don't got a responsibility as far as like children and shit that's you really gotta take care of, man, fucking live your dreams until it says no, okay? You gotta go back to a regular job. Those regular jobs will always be there. They're never gonna leave. Niggas are gonna have to be fry cooks. Niggas are gonna have to be doctors and nurses and shit. It's not bad. Live your life. If that's your passion, that's your field, pursue that shit. Master it and be the best, man. Mm-hmm. Like that's all it is. Yep. And that's what I'm doing.
I read that post the other day. You posted that same shit right there,
bruh.
Like you can't hate on someone.
It's my mantra. That's how I live my life, bruh.
That's
because I'll die if not, bruh. Like months ago, I was having suicidal thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to make it. Like this is life and death for me. This is not just like pursuing a dream or being a rapper. I've been a rapper. Everybody that raps is a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, people try to put labels and boxes on shit. It's like, that isn't how it goes. You decide. You decide. Like, it's that simple, man. Like, you're the person that really, when it comes down to it, you have to make the choices. You know what I mean? If you want to, I used to let people dissuade me from everything I wanted to do because that's too big. That's too crazy. But if you break anything down to its smallest level, bam, I can do step 1. Bam, I can do step 2. Bam, I can do step 3. And now look at where we are now. Number 4 in the whole fucking world for pre-orders and iTunes for hip-hop. And I don't care if it's some
and you got one in the
coincidence.
tank for you bitch-ass
motherfuckers. And I got another album already done. It's like,
I'm excited for that.
This is God. You know what I mean? Like, this is God working.
Is it God or is it you putting in hard work? Is it
it's both.
I gotta piss.
It's both, man.
Y'all
like put me in the box.
It's both.
I like that the first half of this podcast was talking about we were working our way into things and we were talking about tragedy and we're talking about what it takes to get there and what we're doing and what we've done and where we're going and where we're headed. And the second part of this podcast, everyone came back drunk, and we're talking all that shit. And I know you've been waiting to talk that shit, so
bro, I was gonna.
It's been
bro,
fun so far.
This is my whole career now.
The second half of this, I just been like smiling the whole time.
Bro, I'm trying to be a motivational speaker at the end of my run. I'm not fuck rap. I've rapped for years. I got 7 mixtapes and 6 albums, nigga. I've been rapping forever, man. I'm trying to change the world. That's the difference.
I got someone you're gonna have to get with when he comes into town in April, and then also when he moves here part-time because he lives in another country, and he's trying to do exactly that. He actually bought the domain name Create Inspiration.
Dope.
And
Dope.
his Instagram handle, Create Inspiration. It's my brother. It's the godfather of my daughter, Rich Paulsani.
Yeah.
He's actually pursuing something about motivation, about inspiration, about exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the facet of public speaking or inspirational speaking and stuff, but having something to do in that line of work. I don't even know exactly what it is yet because I just talked to him today all the way from the other side, exactly on the opposite side of the world, longitude, latitude, almost exact. And it's along that facet of what you're talking about, being a motivational speaker, being someone that creates inspiration and creates motivation for people. And you've always done that well.
Of course, man. That's my goal. Excuse me. I'm not just rapping. And to answer your question, this is the Bernie Dyke podcast. If you follow me on Facebook, Damien Tragedy James, you'll be able to find the Bernie and Dyke podcast because I just like
Bernie and Dyke, you're the Dyke.
the Bernie Dyke podcast. Ain't no and Dyke, my bad.
Also, if you look up Keegs Kota,
Keegs Kota,
you'll find it on there too.
So, not to stray too far away because.
Wait, did I hear you from the back out there? I heard you say you wanted to be a motivational speaker.
I don't want to be.
So check this
out. I'm about to start a channel.
That's part of the reason.
I'm about to start a channel because
this is how this started for me. Like not just this.
Really?
But I used to have to go speak in front of 30, 40 pool guys, and I would do these speeches. And I worked for another company, and I did this crazy speech where it was very aggressive for anything that anybody ever does.
Right.
And it was about how guys were supporting things that were handling retail or whatever. And I got very aggressive to the point where it made every person lift their head up off the table. And I was so comfortable doing it. I realized right then, I was like, and I was recording it too. I still have the recording. And the guy after me, I have the recording. When I went to sit down, it was his turn. They called his name and he said, how do I go after that? Like, what do I say? How do I even go after that?
Right.
And that was the moment I was like,
I got this.
This is something I'm meant to do. Like, if I was eating banana chips in an office and I was talking about how these fucking dry banana chips were amazing, people do it. Like they just fucking eat them. Everybody's desk analogy. Has them after.
I feel like I got that similar effect, but like for me, like I used to be like so self-centered and so about me, and then it took me, having the mental health breakdown to kind of step out of myself and kind of realize, man, that I'm here to inspire people.
Hey, man, don't make this about you. Okay?
Like, no, seriously, like the way I used to influence people to do like shit. I could have niggas do anything. You know what I mean? Like I could really have niggas running things. But I decided that, man, I want to like change the world in a positive way. So whenever I try to talk in front of people, I try to make it known that, man, we came from nothing, and if you came from nothing too, this is what you could do. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Love that track.
The reason that
one of my favorite songs.
The reason I wanted to be able to get better talking to people is because I really want to do stand-up comedy. And not just because I think it's great to be able to make people laugh, but we're at this point in life where everybody's so concerned about being politically correct that I think it's important to still be able to make people laugh and to be able to say things that I know you're thinking, but you don't know how to say it without offending people. And that's really what comedy has gotten to the point where, like, how do you tote the line and how do you get up in front of people? And the hardest part about that is you might be able to write the material, but do you have the stones and the ability and timing to get up and say
be able
it in front of
like
everybody?
Dave Chappelle, he can do that perfectly. For me, with comedy and just in society in general,
you can do that shit too.
I feel like the world has gotten to a place where it feels like people are more sensitive, but it's kind of like people are done taking shit.
But at the same time,
they're watching every move.
No, but we're not all really that sensitive. We're just scared of the repercussions. So my point is if you are good enough to write it and to perform it and in a way that people can associate with it without being associated with being either a racist, a bigot, an asshole.
That's done, bro. You gotta give that up. That's done.
No, but that's the problem. That's why people don't want to say those things or joke about those things, because you can't make a joke anymore because you're scared that somebody's going to say, well, you can say it's this. You can say that you are being this, whatever it is, whether it's...
No, bro, listen. It's so divided now. America's so divided now that shit is not even cool. It's like you have to understand the climate as a comedian. You know what I mean? Like the climate right now is tread carefully when you're talking about gays, blacks, whatever.
But the best ones come right out, and those are the fucking three things they attack.
We can
right
always
off the bat.
go back and listen to it. And I'm trying to tell you as a friend, if you get on a comedy stage talking about some trans shit, talking about some shit you have no business talking about right now in this day and age, you're gonna get dragged.
But that's my point. Is the ability to be able to talk about it,
bruh,
and make it funny,
right? And that's
the hardest part, because everybody is still thinking.
It's kind of like a no new niggas concept with that. It's like, yo, if you're Dave Chappelle or you're Jeff Ross and you've been doing this for years, fine. You're C.K. Lewis, fine. But if you're coming out in 2020 knowing the knowledge that you know, and as society being advanced as it is, they're gonna drag you because you know better.
The shitty thing is people can drag you about anything nowadays. The fact that we only been drinking seltzers on this podcast. Every other podcast I've been on, I'm always drinking beers and all kinds of beers. Just the fact that we're drinking seltzers, somebody will point it out and drag us.
If you're the person, hold on. If you're the person out there dragging us about drinking seltzers, fuck you. I drink whatever tastes good to me.
Hey, I dragged this motherfucker about drinking seltzers when we were at the
you can drag me
baby
about
shower.
Whatever, but am I gonna drink some disgusting shit to appease you? No. I know who I am.
Are you ready?
You like what you like.
And I know what I like, my nigga, and nobody's gonna
So
curb
what you're
that.
saying is they
Niggas
couldn't
can suck my dick.
So you're saying they couldn't remake Ace Ventura?
Jim Carrey could, but you couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
it's
called
a
a sequel, not a
new
remake.
niggas policy. If you've been doing this and you made a career out of it and people know you're joking around,
This
cool.
is interesting.
Cool.
This is interesting.
But if you're a new guy and you have all the knowledge we've had, come on.
Okay, so
Do
that's
something
also,
new,
but that's
make your own
also my
content.
point. Is if you can make that content that can, cause like if when you watch the Chappelle show, like we were talking about this in the last podcast, it hasn't aired yet, and he said, and I said to him after, I was like, that shit was crazy, and he goes, that can't be on TV right now.
Right. And it's true.
It can't be on TV. So how do you make that, or when do we get to that point where it's like, well, this isn't even enjoyable anymore because we've fucking buttered it down so much?
Yeah, I'm gonna DM you my Facebook info and we'll link up, dog.
What?
We'll link up for sure.
That's the longest fucking live video ever, huh?
Yeah, these people are loving it, man, and they were loving when I was talking that inspirational shit. Y'all got me way off that, but they was loving that.
What did we hit on numbers?
I can't see it, so I forget that you're over there.
Don't worry about what we're hitting on numbers. The people are receiving the
bunch
message.
Of them. A whole bunch of them.
There's more than 3.
More than this brocade.
So how much of a difference are we going to get from this next album from this album that we got right now?
So story of my life is going to be pretty much a story of my life. So basically, if you don't know what I've been through, I'll make it real short and sweet. I grew up in orphanages, foster homes, and I ran away from that shit and found a way to make it pop. And that album is just kind of like that gritty, real underdog.
What I want to hear.
Yeah, it's basically like, hey, man, I came from absolutely nothing, bro. I came from
nothing to something.
Eating food out of the trash can, and now I'm about to fucking whip through your wood in a Rolls Royce, guaranteed. Like, my life is set. I have to never work a job again. Like, I'm
You already committed?
I'm top 4 iTunes pre-sales hip-hop in the world. You know what I mean? And sitting here, I always would tell people in high school, I was passing out mixtapes, telling people, listen, bro, I got this. I quit my job. I dropped out of school. These are like retarded decisions.
You already you quit everything
no
else
offense
in
to
life
anybody.
that people don't want you to quit.
Yeah,
we keep saying
that you want to pursue.
You can't say that, but it's okay.
Listen, bro, I leveraged my whole life for this because I knew it would work. You know what I mean? It's kind of like being the guy with the idea that, like Thomas Edison, the light bulb. Everybody thought he was crazy. This man sitting in the lab 1,000 times making the same invention. It fails every time. But that 1,001st invention was the light bulb. We wouldn't be here, man. We wouldn't be able to survive without that.
You're talking about Nikola Tesla.
No, I'm not.
You're talking about Edison.
Yes, I'm talking about Thomas Edison, bro. Nikola Tesla is on a whole nother level, but
Brennan knows what I just said.
What I'm trying to say, man, is it doesn't matter who you are, bro. Like, it doesn't, man. And then society gets into this safe spot of work a job your whole life and go to college and do this and do that.
But you're not considered real in your field until you do what you did.
Yeah, no. You got to quit your job. You gotta jump off the deep end, man. It's like it, and I'm not saying that working a job isn't, good, because some people are meant to be doctors.
Well, I had to get you to a stable point too. Also,
some
on
people
your
are,
end too,
some people are in love with those fields. I know people that are madly in love with cooking food, and they're chefs. That's what you should do.
It doesn't mean you don't have to work a job. I mean,
exactly.
You got to pay for studio time before you get your shit or buy your equipment.
I can't work a job. I'm biologically like. I'd be yelling shit at my job. The owners of the company, I'd be talking shit to them like they're people on the street, and they still let me work there. And so I had to quit because they wasn't going to fire me because I was good at my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't going to fire me.
Yeah, I know. I ran into somebody that knew you from work.
Yo, and I love them. And people from my job are now.
Shout out, Brett.
People that hey, Brett's dope.
Hey, he's getting married too, right before your.
But what I'm saying is, as long as whatever you wake up every morning and do is making you happy and it's giving you the ability to inspire someone else instead of tear them down, that's what you should be following. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter, man. Like, for me, this next album is just a testament to 12 to 15 years of hard ass work. You know what I mean? Inching up from the bottom. People see me on top 4 iTunes and think that this just happened overnight. No, I have 6 albums, and the last 3 albums have been successful. I haven't made no money yet. I got more people like Drop a Bomb. The Arizona Republic's gonna write about this album. You know what I mean? Like, this is next level. This is going somewhere. This is it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going back. There's no going back.
Can't.
It's impossible. I've already gone too far this way.
And that's part of what makes you.
Yeah,
like that's you. When you commit to something, you go for it. You do it. And you've done it. You've always done it.
And I'm nobody though. And that's what I'm saying. That's my main point. Is like, yo, listen, man. If you love something, man, and it's something, you wake up every day and you think about it, you dream about it, but you're still stuck building somebody else's dream. Stop that.
So going back to the name. You remember like 2 years ago, you posted something about changing your name, and I said, "What's it gonna be? Strategy, but spelled it the same as strategy." Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. I do remember that, and I am gonna change my name, people. It is gonna happen, but only when we get the chips. You know what I'm saying? it's gonna be Tragedy.
And by the way, don't feel pressure. You don't have to change your name.
No. I've been trying to change my name.
Hey, it's possible. What was it?
That post was 2 years ago.
I think the baby flipped it from Baby Jesus to DaBaby right before he blew the fuck up.
Yeah. I'm definitely changing my name. I came up with the name Tragedy when I was 12 years old, man. That's how long I've been recording music. Anymore. Yeah, no.
How did that come out? Tragedy?
Yeah. No, like I said before, so there's these group of dudes that would come to my foster home. And they would be one of them was going out with my foster sister. And they would go to the studio all the time. And I was writing raps. And I was freestyling in the neighborhood. And I was really good. And everybody would always be like, yo, rap, little dude, rap. So I asked them, hey, let's go to the studio. And so they said no to me a couple times. I kept being persistent.
I don't know if you're paying attention earlier, but first they wanted to go Chaos.
Yeah. And then they were like, well, if we're going to take you to the studio, you need a name. So I said Chaos first. Shout out to my boy Chaos out there because that's his name currently. And they were like, nah, you're not going to the studio calling yourself Chaos. So I was like, cool. So I told them Tragedy. They ended up rocking with it. They asked me why. I told them the story behind it, orphanages, bad life coming up, whatever. So that's how the name Tragedy came about. And I kept on running into beef with people saying, oh, your name's Tragedy? Well, Tragedy Gaddafi is the only real tragedy we recognize in some like hip-hop in like New York rapper that or whatever. But so I was like, damn, that sucks. You know what I mean? And then I kept on looking into it, and I'd be like typing in Tragedy on Google, and it'll be like tragedy happened in Wisconsin, a bunch of news reports and shit. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely changing my name. What I'm changing my name to is gonna be dope, but I ain't gonna tell people that.
That'll be episode 3
until I actually change it.
Next time.
Yeah, that's a
podcast.
closing.
And until
episode.
somebody gives me $1 million, at this point,
I ain't got it.
that's what we're doing. I mean, we're getting signed. Like, this is it. People, I'm telling you, like, watch this video, record it, do whatever you want to do. It's a wrap. Like, I can guarantee you, I'm never working a regular job again. And I implore you, if that's your goal, fucking pursue that shit hardcore, because it's been 12, 13 years of just doing a lot of shit to try to,
work.
Like, for an example, when I was like 15, 16 years old, I would go to clubs. I would go to sound check at like 6 o'clock. I would stand outside of the club till like 11:45, spit a 15-minute set, and go home for like 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? Until I was able to get inside the club. Now, boom, I'm in the club. They're like, damn, I know everybody now because I've been standing outside the whole time. They're like, why the fuck are you standing outside? It's because I got a set at 11:45. And now it's like I'm throwing a show. I'm the promoter. You know what I mean? You got to talk to me to get on the show in Scottsdale in Old Town. You know what I mean? So it's like that type of shit just shows you, it's not like an overnight grind. You got to inch your way to the top. You got to fucking climb through the mud or this isn't going to happen for you. Like, impossible dreams like this only happen if you put in that impossible type of work, because like there's so many people rapping. There's so many people that got the same type of drive too. It's not like I'm the only person that's super encouraged to go get it. Like, I'm just smart. You know what I mean? With who I deal with. And dealing with the right people is everything, man. Like, if people in your circle are holding you back, if they're anchoring you down, you're never gonna go anywhere. You eventually gotta cut ties with those people, or tell them, hey, switch the program. Like, for me, instead of cutting ties with people, I like to like inspire them to be better by being better myself.
That's
you know
what
I'm
I always tell people, man.
You
Just
don't
be
gotta
your
cut nobody
best
off.
self, and
Right.
it will affect the people around you, and it'll do its job.
Yeah,
like, you don't
success is
have to
contagious.
go out and try to change people and make all these. Like, you just go be the best person that you can be, and the people around you will be affected.
Yeah,
and you'll
I
make
wanna-
your
Exactly.
statement.
I want to
You'll
take
make
that
your
minute
point.
or two that Damien was just talking just now. That shit was beautiful. I was literally over here like starry-eyed staring at you while you were talking that, and I was like, "Damn it, that is a perfect clip." So we're gonna snip that clip out of this shit. And throw
Yo,
it on there
yeah,
separately.
nah.
That was beautiful.
Yes, sir.
That was beautiful.
All that shit's working. His is working.
For real though, literally though, like, why cut people off that care about you? It's just like changing the mindset. Like, when the team starts winning, everybody wants to win more. Like, nobody's gonna be like, oh, we were losing before. I like that mind state better. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to win.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I never.
And you should want other people to win. Which
Exactly.
Is a shitty
But if
attitude
you're
for
being your
people
best
that
self,
don't want that.
That's the best for everybody around you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And
you can't give them 100 if you're not being 150.
exactly, and that's what I always call it. You can't pour from an empty cup. So you always got to get right with yourself first, because you can't give nobody nothing if you don't got nothing. Big facts, you know what I'm
Boom.
saying? Like, if at a certain point it takes self-awareness to learn, hey, damn, okay, I'm fucking myself over by not being the purest version of me, because the more that you mess around and you do devious things to people and you steal and you cheat and you lie, that shit builds up against you, in my personal opinion, and everything comes to light. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be the light. You know what I mean? So when shit comes to light, you're right there, like, hello, it's me, the light. You know what I mean? Like, guiding you to where you need to go. And that's why I feel like, even though, like, I've been having, bro, I'm telling you, man, I got thoughts in my head telling me to blast myself. Like, I'm going to therapy, I'm going to counseling, but it's shown me that I'm here for a purpose. You know what I mean? That I can't die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't kill me. You know what I mean? Only thing that can stop this is me, man. And it's like,
Don't stop.
yeah, oh no, don't stop. And more than don't stop, it's like, find your purpose, man. Once you find your purpose, this is a fun life. You know what I mean? Like, once you see someone growing from something that you said, or like, I get people DMing me, man, oh, this helped me through such a hard time, that you're so vulnerable, or that you talk about your struggles so much. It's like, listen, man, I'm only talking about this shit because if I don't, I'm gonna go crazy. You know what I mean? But to see that to help somebody else's life, it just made me understand what I'm here for. And like, there's nothing better than waking up and knowing that you can do what you're designed to do. You know what I mean? It's like a motherfucking machine doing its designed purpose. And
you've put yourself in the path to do what you're designed to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Not pulled yourself away from it with doubt.
No, man. I can't doubt myself, man, because I'm the type of kid that runs away from home, that drops out of school and quits jobs.
It's easy to do.
I bet on myself.
Say, well, yeah, I'm good at this,
on the table.
But I doubt that I'll be the one that's successful. So I'm gonna go get this job.
To be
and
honest,
I'm gonna play it safe.
Yeah, no, and that's the route. Play it safe. And to be honest, my delusion of grandeur might be from my lack of parental structure, because there was never those people telling me to play it safe. I had to make the decisions on my own. I was in group homes.
That's a scary thing.
I was in foster homes, and I had to make a decision like, am I going to listen to these niggas, or am I going to listen to me? And I always trusted me, because guess what? I never got myself fucked over. You know, like, listen.
You had your best interest in mind.
Yeah, nobody cares about you like you.
Nope.
No matter who it is. Nobody cares about you like you.
Especially when you're raised like that.
Exactly. And then once you're on that level with yourself, it's crazy. You just sink. Like, I always felt like as a human, I was tapped into what's called like the fucking consciousness. It's like the well of conscious knowledge of all human beings.
Right.
Like, when my homies hit me up, I can sense they're about to call me, or I call them at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I know like what path to take, and my actions haven't proven me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you said a lot of shit already tonight that I think is poetically just like beautiful type shit you said, and thoughts and ideas. And
that's where I'm going with the rest of my life, bro. But I'm dedicating my life to mental health advocacy, because there's a lot of people that struggle with a lot of shit that just don't know about it.
Yeah, or don't know about it. For one, is a huge one, because a lot of people have no idea that they are struggling with it, or that once they find out, they don't know what to do with it, or they're not sure how to handle it.
Right.
No, that's a beautiful thing.
Well, you got a new album coming.
Yep.
There's another one in the tank.
Yep.
The release party is going to be on the February 13th.
Wasted Grain in Scottsdale, baby.
We'll be there. We're going to have live video shooting, and he's going to have tons of stuff, and I'll be reposting everything. So if you're in the greater Phoenix area and you're interested, either DM me, DM him, any one of us, and we'll take care of the rest. But make sure you go out and pre-order the BLNT, right?
Yep. Better luck next time. So, hey, right now it's really important, if you guys have an iPhone, please go to the iTunes Music Store. It's going to be that purple star app on your iPhone, and type in the search for albums. Better Luck Next Time. It's going to be the 6th one down with the cartoon album art. Pre-order that shit, and let's make some history.
So I got a request real quick, since we've been talking about inspirational shit and you started from nothing to something. Can we end that with that song? Because that's one of my favorite Tragedy tracks.
Yeah, man. Let's go. Who hasn't?
That's one of my favorites.
I'm gonna have to probably end my live.
We can't plug my shit in. We gotta end the live. Sorry, people. We're ending the Facebook Live.
If you guys watch this live, I appreciate you 100%. And I'm gonna connect with you, bro. I am going to O_3S. We're gonna connect, bro. So, and I love you, Sneaky Crypto. You already know what it is, bro. And what's up? Is a Matt 14? What's up?
Man, he's a man of the people.
He is. He's a man of the people, but most importantly, a man of himself.
Shout out NASA.
We learned that.
Shout out to
not paying
NASA.
us, but they fucking should be.
Yeah,
I know this was coincidence,
My
by the way,
boys
that we wore this.
Dripped up and draped
What's
out
up?
in the NASA fits.
It was coincidence.
Because they know we finna blast off this bitch.
We out here.
We out of here. And I just want to thank you guys for listening. I'm going to post a link to this once it actually, once it drops. I got y'all.
I'm a busy man. I'm getting to it.
Ended the Facebook, Instagram,
We
whatever
ended up with
live.
25 viewers.
Oh, 25 viewers.
Not that bad.
Not bad. Not terrible.
It's Saturday night, man.
But yes, from something to nothing.
Nothing to something.
So we're going to close it out
from
with a
nothing to
little
something,
music.
the other way
You
around.
got anything you want to say before we get too far out?
Nope. Just pre-order that album on iTunes and show up at Wasted Grain on February 13th. And big shout out to Keegs Kota.
And I'm gonna do one of those. I'll show you a screen video of how to pre-order the album when we're done with this before I post, so you guys will see it. I'm gonna pre-order the album because you never know when I might shut my Apple Music down and I ain't got the free whatever bullshit. That needs to stay in my catalog, in my Serato. You know what I mean? I gotta have that. I gotta have that new.
You gotta have it in the Serato.
I gotta have that new fucking Tragedy in the Serato, bro.
Yes.
You know, and when the wax comes out, it's gonna be on the wall.
On the wall.
So like, I'm really excited about that. And to be completely honest, I'm actually gonna order a record player because we're gonna start playing fucking records in this house because that's the way music's supposed to be listened to. So
while this track starts, you guys want to see some real white shit?
Hey, turn that down real quick. I just want to say, everybody that listened to this podcast, thank you very much to listen to another episode of the Keegs Kota podcast. Thank you, Tragedy Damien, for coming out, and your roommate Brendan for Brendan, right? I said it right. Thank you for bringing him out. Thank you, man, and fucking massive good luck on the album. We don't need to say that, but we're gonna say that.
Oh, yeah,
we're praying for you, bro. And I'm not big on praying, but I'm praying for you. I really hope that everything goes smooth because I really have faith in you, and I hope that this shit goes fucking awesome. Dakota, thank you for doing all this. Because without you, I don't get to meet him. And this has been super special. So thanks for listening to the Keegs Kota podcast. Thank you, Damien. And let's listen to this music. What's the name of the song?
Nothing to something. Like we finna go right now.
What? This is something you can ride to. It's that graduate food on family place. Something you can feel alive to. Go ahead and get live to. I'm daydreaming, paint the sky blue. Kid, I'm colder than the eye glue. Cold heat, dry ice crew. Flow 5, but it's ice cool. Bitch, I'm so I'm teaching flight school. Hear my orange shining bright too. I'm getting lit, I'll be a light too. Don't play around with them haikus. Playground, kid, I slide through. Been riding since 5'2". Been gliding, shining, bring the brights through.
He just rhymed haiku. I love that shit.
I'ma take it, man. I'ma make them wanna do it bigger like I do. Nigga, I ain't gotta like you, cause we gon' get it just to spite you. Bitch, I'm here to break the cycle. Trimming fat, I'm spitting lipo. Man, I told you I'm a psycho. They gassed up, I'm the nitro. Put it on the Holy Bible. No 16, get survival. Put 16 in a rival. They ride home and I buy roll. Niggas really getting bugged. They off the Yale like 5-0. Huh? What? We came from nothing to something. Counting green, counting hundreds. We came from hustling and bustling. What? Now the team on function. All clean, all hustle. All season we stun. What? We came from nothing to something. Counting green, counting hundreds. We came from hustling and bustling. What? Now the team on function. All clean, all hustle. All season we stun. What? We came from nothing to something. To unknown, now they love us. The packing shows for the ducats. I'm Devin Booker with the
Thanks for watching.
no need for your
Go fuck yourselves.
Flow clean, no stutter. I'm just eating with the punches. I'm just eating rappers' lunches.
Keep it up. Oh.
Make your tongue twist. Pretty bitches looking sun-kissed. It's AZ, Phoenix sun shit. I'm just trying to make it roll out and make the paper start to come quick.
That was really long. How long is it?